So, y'all remember on Kings of Comedy back in the day?
We're just gonna start right on in.
I'm gonna jump right on in this thing. When Steve Harvey said, "There's some songs out there. As soon as it come on, you already know what it is when the first beat hit, right?" You know, I like to take it back. You know, I live in the past. Welcome, everybody out there. This is the More Life podcast, episode number 11. I am your host, Mr. Wynn.
With the mo.
And this is my co-host right here,
JT Money.
with no money. And today we have another very special guest, Mrs. Bri. Thank you.
Hello, you're welcome.
Thank you for joining us today. We got a great episode today. Glad everybody's tuning in.
This is gonna be interesting.
Episode number 11. We are back again. Got a lot of good topics today, so we just gonna pretty much jump right on into it like we always do. JT, how you been, man? You got anything you wanna
I'm good, boss.
start off with?
Start off with Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial
So,
Day out there.
The fallen soldiers.
All of the fallen
Appreciate
soldiers.
you.
It's a common misconception in the world where people just look at Memorial Day as another day off from work or another day to cook out. But it's much more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's a day that's put in place for us to recognize the fallen soldiers, like you said, the heroes who have given their life for the service of this country. So, you know, they should definitely have a day that they can be remembered, and we want to do them honor by remembering them.
Yep.
So, matter of fact, let's go ahead and have a moment of silence for all of the fallen soldiers out there. All right, so we are, like I said, this is episode number 11, and we are back again with another great show for everyone today. First of all, before we even get started all the way into it, I just want to go ahead and remind everybody that not only, for the viewers who viewing, not only can you view, but you can also listen if you download our, or if you subscribe to us on the Apple Podcast app and the Podbean app. And for the listeners, you can also view us on YouTube.
Yep.
So, without further ado, let's jump right on into the show. Got a lot of good topics today, so we want to get it on started. You excited to be with us today, Bri?
I am.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody's life been treating them lately?
Oh,
Past
mine's
few
real
weeks.
good.
Got anything planned big for the weekend, or we just
Uh,
got some bad weather out there, man? It's
that
It's unfortunate.
kind of killed me, but you know, I ain't gonna look on the bright side.
mhm.
You know,
And what's that? What's the price out?
I could be dead.
It could be worse. We could be remembering you today.
Yeah. Or the brighter side, you know.
hmm
We need this rain.
We need it.
That's true.
It's something's good gonna come from it.
What's been good with you though, Kyle? What's new?
Oh, same old, man. You know me. Nothing is too different about my life. Usually, it's always a system. You know, same things in and out. You know, I'm pretty boring, pretty basic. Live under a rock. You know, that's just me though. Bri, anything new going on in your life?
No.
This is a young lady that is related to my co-host, Mr. JT.
My
Thought
cousin.
we'd bring her on
Big
today,
fan.
join the conversation. Want to say thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And but anyways, let's got an interesting topic today. Have y'all ever heard of Stacey Abrams? The name Stacey Abrams sound familiar? You know who that is?
I don't know who it is, but
It sounds familiar, right? Yeah, that's one of the new candidates for the governor for the state of Georgia.
Okay.
She is a black
A black
woman.
lady, right?
You know,
Okay.
is the first nominee for governor for the state. So that's pretty big.
Very big.
First black woman to be nominated to even be in the runnings to be governor. Hasn't won yet. Want to put a lot of support out to her. Want to bring some awareness to her. That's why I brought it up. People out there listening, Stacey Abrams, you know what I'm saying? Look into her, what she's running, what her campaign, what she stands for, because she's doing a lot of positive things. And she's representing a lot of positive things. Unfortunately, there are people out there who are running smear campaigns on her and trying to ruin her name because, you know, unfortunately, we live in a world where not only if you're black, but if you're a woman, you know, people can be intimidated by you when you attempt to do certain things, like run for governor. A long time, it's been a certain way. You know, we've had certain individuals who've held that position, and a lot of times they don't want to give up those positions willy-nilly, so they fight back. So, I urge everybody out there to do your due diligence if you live in the state of Georgia, and even if you don't, what it won't hurt you to learn anything. Look it up. She is, like I said, she got a lot of positive things. She's trying to represent a lot of issues for children, economic issues, social issues. Young lady is a Spelman grad.
Too, right?
Yeah, education. She's all about education. That's like one of her number one things because she feels like the children are the future, which they are.
They are.
No secret there. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
So, I think that'll be awesome to have a woman, a black woman representing us. Something new, something different, and she's very decorated. Not only is she a politician, but she's also an author. She's a CEO of a very successful management company that she represents athletes. So she got a couple of athletes from the WNBA under her company, and she's CEO of that company. So she does a lot. She's not new to the moving and shaking and handling business. You know what I'm saying?
She know how to handle some
Notice
business.
life.
She's ready for it. So let's go ahead and get out there and get behind her and support her. And I'm not just asking people to support her because she's black or she's a woman. Do your due diligence, like I said. Look into it. And if you for positive things, then you're gonna support this woman.
Yeah, definitely. Because she doing like that can't be no worse than what we had already.
Right. I mean, the guy who
You about that croak.
you went a whole another way with it. Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
No, you kept it real.
He
now.
don't look like he don't even look like he know he's the governor.
For real. Look like he don't know what's going on, huh?
Nah, he like he
Mad at
just
it.
woke up and somebody just keep pushing him to the office.
That's one thing I've noticed about a lot of politicians. A lot of these guys are really up in age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's a common theme that they, older gentlemen holding these positions, and a lot of times these guys,
men, women,
these guys and gals have an old-fashioned point of view or way of thinking, to the point where it's like the world has changed. You know what I'm saying? And it's not 1943 no more. So some of these rules and these laws that y'all passing are only affecting certain types of people, but it's not benefiting everybody. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
So we need some fresh faces in the house.
And
basically.
I remember watching a post on Instagram where Plies was talking about our young youth.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make sure they get educated.
Okay.
So stop, planting that seed in them being athletes or rappers or whatever, even though that's a good market, you know what I'm saying? But we need to push them towards something else because our future is in the politics, you know what I'm saying? Because that what dictates what goes on for us.
Definitely.
So if we educate the young youth about everything and get them to more, look at politics-wise, maybe it can change instead of having these older people in there dictating from 1940s.
Well,
Yeah.
right, that
stuff,
old-fashioned,
You know what I'm saying?
old-fashioned rules. And,
Rules, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You're right, man. Get some fresh faces in here, get some younger. I ain't saying they got to be college or 20s or even but let's get some younger people representing,
Yeah.
You
You have to.
us because, a lot of this old stuff didn't work in the past. It's not going to work now. You know what I'm saying? Ms. Bri, what do you think about that? How do you feel as a black woman knowing that there's a possibility that, someone like you can be representing an entire state which has never done it before? The state of Georgia never had a black woman elected as governor.
I mean, I think that's awesome.
Definitely.
From jump, there's just not a lot of women, like you said, that will, especially in my day and age, will be on this line of battlefield representing positivity for not only other black women, but black men as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can put a hand out to her. I will definitely back her, period. She's given the things that this world needs to change. The world has definitely changed dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going downhill, and we need to turn around.
Yeah, we definitely need to turn around. We're going backwards. Supposed to be going forwards. We're going backwards.
Yeah.
Talking about making America great again. But that's another topic on a whole nother podcast. We're going to leave that alone. She also...
I wasn't even going to go there. I was about to. I'm glad you...
Another thing I want to mention, she also owns a beverage company for infants
Really?
that specifically gears their products to the well-being of infants.
She single?
Is she single? I don't know. I didn't even look into that. That might be something interesting to look into. I doubt it, honestly. I doubt it. But
I mean, you never know.
you never know because, to be honest with you, which brings me to another point. Like a lot of guys are, let me see what's the word I'm looking for. A lot of guys are, I don't want to say scared, but a woman like that who's accomplished, who handling her business, a lot of guys tend to shy away from that. So she probably more than like,
Yeah, she's intimidating.
That's the word I'm looking for. She's not intimidating. They're intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not her. It's not her fault she's doing what she's supposed to do. These guys, a lot of times guys are that they fear that. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's single. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, a lot of guys dropping the ball these days. You know, it is what it is.
That's what's something. That's big positive right there.
Look on into it, JT.
We can't go wrong, I'll tell you that.
Can't go wrong with that.
That'd be nice, though. Governor, mayor, black women.
Yeah.
Show how strong we get.
Oh, yeah, because the mayor,
Right?
Lance Bottom.
I'm telling you, Lance Bottoms, baby. Shout out to those beautiful women. But I also wanted to, back to the whole Memorial Day thing. You know, we were talking about how a lot of people look at the day as a day off or a barbecue day, but it's much more than that. You know what I'm saying? Me being a veteran myself, I served in the military. I got the experience of banding together with these guys that I served with, right? So any experience that you have in life, we all have these experiences where we are put in these situations where we build relationships with people that aren't our family, but the relationship gets so strong that they become like family. And so it's like you put yourself in that mindset and then you think those people lose their lives for the good of whatever the mission is. You know, those people deserve to be remembered. You know what I'm saying? So, to all the people out there who, want to use it as a day off, that's cool. It should be a day off. We shouldn't have to work. We should sit around. But let's just remember, and I might already said this, but I just wanted to make sure that it was out there because a lot of people don't look at it like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't studying them fallen soldiers, but them soldiers, especially them ones back in Vietnam era, World War II era, these guys, it was a point where in Vietnam, just to give you a little context, during the Vietnam War, a person that was in the Army at that time dropped off into a war zone, had an expected 13 hours of life. Most of those guys were 18, 19, 20 years old. Yeah. Because they were drafted.
And they
fresh out of high school.
Looking
13 hours. That was the average time span of a guy dropped into Vietnam. So that's a little context for people out there when we talk about something like Memorial Day. This is who we remember. These guys who gave their life against their will, because a lot of them were drafted. A lot of them had dreams, aspirations, wanted to go to college, but they couldn't.
Play football, basketball.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Soccer.
Could have been the next LeBron James for all we know. So, that's why we remember them. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Go ahead, I'm listening.
they ain't even have 24 hours.
Not even 24. Had half that.
Right.
13 hours. That was the estimated time of survival in the jungle. Because they was killing that
Not
much.
knowing if they was going
You didn't
go
know.
to sleep.
You
wake up?
You had no idea. If you made it and that's another thing.
Or wake up.
I'm glad I brought that point up because it's like if a lot of times these older guys, they wear these Vietnam veteran hats, World War II veteran hats. We see them out in public. They got their hats on. They got them on for a reason because at that time, they were, especially in the Vietnam War, a lot of those guys were looked at as evil because the media was portraying the war as a bad thing. Yeah. And, I mean, you could look at it as that people were losing their lives, but they were making it look like the soldiers were going over there killing innocent children and women. But what they weren't showing is that these children were running up on them with grenades and pulling a pin. Like, it's either you or that kid. Yeah. You got kids you got to go back home to. This kid trying to kill you.
Yeah. That's like modern day, like, the war on Iraq.
Right.
Kids running up on them with bombs strapped to them.
Right. You gotta get back home to your wife and children, your mother, your father, your brothers. You want to get back home. It's a certain way you gotta respond to these situations. So a lot of times those people were looked at as bad people. They would come back home. People would protest them and call them all out their name. But at the end of the day, they fought for this country. Yeah. So, I like to go out of my way and, acknowledge them when I see them out because I know what they had to deal with when they came home in the 60s. People talk trash about them. And I'm out here fighting, putting my life on the line 13 hours now. That's the survival rate. I'm out here putting my life on the line, and then I come home, I can't get no job. You calling me all these names they calling the people. I mean, it's just crazy. So, we just want to remember you, honor you. If we got any veterans out there, shouts out to you. Because
Big ups.
it's not an easy thing to do to sign that contract. I mean, I know I was shook because it really sets in. You realize you really putting your life on the line for the country. And this country wouldn't put their life on the line for you. But that's another story, a whole nother situation, a whole nother podcast. I'll move on. Did y'all have anything y'all wanted to put on that before we...
Nah.
No?
Good
Okay.
on that one.
Good on that one,
It might hit to the left.
Yeah.
But,
Did you see that, what was that, last week, the NFL just changed the rule?
yeah, that's part of my
What y'all think
topic.
about that? Oh, that was your,
It's part of it.
okay,
I was going to tie it in.
okay.
Since we on it.
I mean, we can tie it on in, though. We can tie it on in. We can tie it in. We can do that now. Yeah, let's do that now.
Talking about it.
And for those of y'all who are listening and watching, and for those of y'all who may not know, the NFL just recently made it a rule that all players on the field must stand for the national anthem.
If they
If they choose not to, if they don't want to support standing for the national anthem, they are given the option to stay in the locker room and protest in the locker room, which is completely backwards and retarded, considering the fact that the whole point of a protest is to be out on the battlefield and not off in a room. But whatever, your thoughts, Miss Bri.
You know what? I really think this is crazy simply because athletes, period, celebrities are a very, very, very big eye opener in today's world. So taking these football players, NFL players, and actually seeing them missing from a team, I think will start kind of making a big eye opener, making a more of a dramatic scene. That this rule is definitely going to be changed again.
You know it?
It
will.
is. I know it is. I mean, you have to walk out on the field or come out on the field as a team together. I mean,
Right.
that's what I understand is football
team sport.
or team sports, period. It doesn't matter which one you're playing. So I'm just waiting to see how this kind of...
It's almost like one of those situations where it's like, how long is this going to last? I know as soon as I saw it come across the screen on ESPN, I'm like, how long is this going to last? That's the first thing I said. What you got, JT? JT Money.
It's bullshit.
Just to sum it up real quick.
Some of
It
it
is.
it's really bullshit.
Right.
For one, they're taking away the players' amendment, right, for freedom of speech.
Right.
So that's the problem for me. Like,
Yeah.
they have the right to do that,
And
regardless,
also,
because it's in the amendment. It's the freedom of speech.
and another right we have, I'm sorry to interrupt you, we also have the right to protest peacefully.
We do.
Assemble and protest peacefully. That is our right. Go ahead, JT.
I don't know how the NFL feel about that shit. Like,
We
that's
know.
an amendment that you're pretty much forcing an amendment that you're actually breaking an amendment for these people. So therefore, I mean, this shit can go real left real fast
They can.
if these players would stand up, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and make that shit known. So I hope they listening.
Mhm.
That they know they got this right.
Yeah.
Then they can do whatever they fucking want to on that field.
Right.
Because they have that freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? Which is classified, I think, the Article 19.
Okay.
You know, a
Okay.
little bit of research on there. You know
Got
what I'm saying?
receipts.
Okay.
All
A
right.
little bit under the Article 19.
Okay.
You know, it's a freedom of speech, freedom of protest. All that is under that the government gave to people. So they can do this all day long.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why the NFL making it a big deal. Because all they're doing is making it worse for themselves. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just like Bree said, like,
Because you're not.
it ain't going to get no better.
Right.
When you see your star player is not on the field
Right.
doing the Pledge of Allegiance,
Right.
or not Pledge of Allegiance, but the
National anthem.
National Anthem,
Mhm.
it's going to be a lot worse.
You start
'Cause,
losing money.
like,
You
these
start
players-
everything.
Are icons. People see these players. They look up to these players. At the end of the day, like, if you ain't got them on that field, people going to be like, why he ain't on the field? Oh, he in the locker room. Or he's on the, in the tunnel, waiting for it to be over. That's gonna make everybody look back and like, so he's not standing up. Either way you go, y'all up here talking about losing money because of people kneeling for the national anthem on the field, that the fans won't be there, stuff like that. This is gonna make it even worse.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
People show up to see these stars regardless. But now if they ain't there, like, the fans ain't gonna come like that anyway.
Yeah, they already on the decline as it is.
So it's like, really? But I don't even want to get too deep into this.
I'll add another point, because when I was in school, we had to write a small paper on I don't even want to, let me see. It was something about an issue that was going on in society, and I chose the whole kneeling in the NFL issue, and I actually did some research on it, and come to find out, it's not even like a rule. It was never even a rule in the NFL rule book.
That says they couldn't.
Have to kneel.
Right, or that you
Or stand.
Yeah, that you had to stay. There was no rule. The only thing there was a suggestion. It wasn't a rule. It was suggested. It was like players should stand for the national anthem, but it does not specify that they have to. You know what I'm saying? Which and should is just like, okay, yeah, you should wash your hands after you eat, but I mean after you use the bathroom, but most people don't. You know what I'm saying? It's not a law. It's just saying that's what you should do. So, so you know, it remind me of that J. Cole video with Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
I got nasty hands on my jacket now. But anyway,
just touch.
it's just a terrible situation because, like you said, you're being stripped of your rights. It's not a rule. It was never a rule. You know, so now you wanna tell me that I can't do something because it's affecting your money. You know what I'm saying? You're taking away my like we say our rights. You know that were given to us. So now what you gonna go do? Amend the Constitution again? You know what I'm saying? With the president we got, who knows?
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying?
And he probably would too.
That's why I said this rule's not about just stay too much longer.
It's not because
it's long.
What they're doing is they don't realize that. See, what I feel like they're trying to please both sides. They want to keep their sponsors happy, and at the same time, they want to keep the black people quiet. So they thought that the little move they made about being able to stay in the locker room, they thought that would help. But really, like Ms. Bri said, all that's going to do is piss more people off. Because the fans, I mean, the players still aren't out there. Those sponsors are still not going to be satisfied. Most black people who feel like they agree with Kaepernick with this whole protest, which has nothing to do with the military, you know, because it's been misconstrued by God knows who, probably Trump, that this protest is against the military, and it's not. It's actually a protest against police brutality. And ironically, the week that the NFL changed the rule, that same week, an NBA player was
got arrested,
assaulted by the police officer.
And the video, I think the video released it the same day.
It was the same week. It was the day after. The rule change was on Wednesday. The video release was on Thursday. Same week. Ironically, the one thing that these players in the NFL are protesting happens the same week they're told they can't protest it. It happens. It's in your face. Boom. Right in your face. This is an NBA player. See, these cops didn't know he was an NBA player. They thought he was just another black guy. They want to harass him for parking in a handicap spot. You know what I'm saying? Which is, last time I checked, wasn't something you could get arrested for or tased in cuffs.
It's a fine.
It's a fine.
$500 fine.
It clearly says that on the sign.
On the sign.
Y'all put the sign there.
Big, blue, and white.
But you want to put the man in cuffs and then taser him. And now you're eating shit because you found out he in the NBA, and now it's plastered all over the news. You know, there's some crazy things going on up there in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
it is.
Milwaukee's up there with Chicago now. Like Death Week.
There's some crazy things going up there. Yeah. That was foul, man. The way they did that, boy. He didn't even have a cell phone in his hand.
Yeah.
So what y'all thought was the gun this time? Who knows? We'll leave that alone. What you got, JT?
Oh, but pinning back on the protest also gets me. It's like they're not even classifying it just yet as just kneeling. It can be any form
of protesting. Okay.
It can be a person just standing up with his fist up like this. That's that's classified as protesting. And any form will be looked at. So if you come up with a different form of protesting or feeling like there's a different form of protesting, they're going to look at it and fine you.
Fine you. And it's crazy. And
it's like, this dude all over. It's not that deep.
it's really not.
We have bigger
People have gotten
issues
confused.
than that.
You know, these people who are against it, they're against it for the wrong reasons. They just want to be against something. You know what's crazy? I was thinking about it, man. Since probably let me see, after slavery ended, you know, I ain't trying to go dark or nothing like that, but this is a good point that needs to be made. After slavery ended, it was a long span of black people protesting that hasn't ended yet. Why has this been going on for all these years? Since what, the 50s, 60s, you had the civil rights movement. These people was out here protesting, losing their lives. People like, oh, what are they mad about? This shit been going on since the 50s. People been protesting. It's a reason.
It is.
They're not just doing this just cause. There's a reason that every generation has to protest the same thing. Inequality.
I really think
Equal rights.
that pretty much at a certain point in time, somewhere from point A to point C, we are starting to kind of break those chains.
Okay.
And that's not tasting too good, you know, in the world's mouth.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to put it in that way.
That pings back on last episode when we talked about if we never had slavery, how strong we would have been.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
it's like a new leaf is starting to be turned,
right.
and it's just
like
not.
And it's
not
bothering
something that they like, and it is bothering
and
It's
them.
bothering them.
So they find any and every way.
They losing power.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because I often think, like, how easy it could be if we could all just get on the same page. Ain't nobody even gotta be controlling nobody. We don't even have to live like that. But the sad thing is, you got people out there who have to be in power, who have to. They're greedy, and they just gotta be in control. They can't see. They can't be happy another way. They can't be happy with 50-50.
No.
We could all be good, great with 50-50. You stay on yours, I stay on mine. We good.
Yeah.
But we can't do that because somebody always got, I want what they got. I'm gonna go over there and take that. Since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Since the first boat was built and the first person hit that ocean, they found out there was other lands out there with other people on them Vikings. Go up, find these other lands and take what they got. Just why everybody can't just stay at their own house? You know what I'm saying? Things could be so much easier. That
Got your
Lauryn
own
Hill
woods
song.
at your house.
Remember that? What's that Lauryn Hill song? Where she be like, "It could all be so simple." It could.
Could.
It really could.
It really is simple.
But we
It's
rather
just they
make it
don't want.
hard.
They want to make it hard. And they want that. They want to keep that power, even though it shouldn't be no power for just one particular race.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know, we all supposed to be equal.
We are. Ain't no one race greater than another.
Nah.
Pretty soon it's gonna all be mixed up anyways. I don't know what people be fighting over trying to keep shit pure. It's getting mixed up. I don't know if y'all noticed lately.
Nah.
Got a lot of Drakes running around. A lot of Steph Currys.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's happening, people. Get with it.
A lot of Black Chinas.
Yeah, we all gonna be mixed up. So let's become one with each other because that's what it's gonna be anyways.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the problem is.
A lot of Black Irish.
What is that?
Black and Irish.
Oh, I thought that was some type of product or something. You was talking about Black Irish. Get your Black Irish here, folks.
Hey, it might be.
Probably is actually.
Hey,
In Ireland, there's probably a product called Black Irish.
we might need to patent everything.
What is it going to be
I don't
though?
know.
Right.
We can find out. Man.
I mean, both of y'all barbers.
Anything.
Why not a hair product?
Black Irish hair
Shampoo.
shampoo. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
Black Irish beard oil.
Beard oil. All right. I
never know.
I don't even want to do beard oil because dudes don't
Everybody
use beard oil.
Yeah.
They don't use
really
it.
not.
They ain't studying no beard oil for some reason.
Nah.
I don't know why because
They usually just castor oil, tea tree oil.
most guys I see
If
don't
they
put
use-
nothing in there.
Hold on, if they use
They
anything.
ain't put nothing in their beard. I wash my face. No, it's hair. though.
You might need to put some oil in it. That's why it's flaking up when you pick
Right.
that shit out.
It's
Come
hard.
out.
Why my beard so hard?
It's so dry. It won't fill in.
He healthy, sir.
Taking care of it. Huh? But anyway.
Shouts out to Sterling Brown, man. He is that's the basketball player I was talking about earlier from the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
He has filed a lawsuit with the Milwaukee Police Department.
Good.
Boy's about to get paid.
Good.
I mean, and he already is paid because you know he's in the NBA. But the boy really about to get paid.
He might not even play basketball.
He might not. Might not.
He might.
I wouldn't.
They might make him governor of
See.
Wisconsin.
Speaking of basketball, man, I want to take a little break right here. Did you see that game?
I didn't see the game. But
That's not your thing, huh? Not a basketball fan?
I am. But
Okay. Oh, so you're
it's
not
okay.
happy with the results? We got a LeBron hater in the house?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well.
I'm about to say,
No.
What is it? Go ahead and break it down.
No, I mean, I love the Cavaliers.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of LeBron because he's a baby.
LeBron hater.
I love you though, but no.
So you weren't happy with him winning with the team winning last night?
I was excited. I was like really excited that they won.
So you didn't want Boston to win?
No.
It was an amazing game.
But he still had a couple of moments.
Oh, of course.
His temper tantrums.
Of course.
That's gonna happen.
See,
Why can't we just get through a game?
because
Hey.
it means so much to him. He gonna pout his way if he don't. The thing is, what I like to. My theory is, the NBA, just like the world or anything else, it has changed dramatically over the years, and I think that these guys, starting from middle school and AAU leagues, I think these guys are getting so good now that it's almost like they're being babied from childhood because they're so good. Nobody wants to mess with them. So you got put yourself in the mind of LeBron.
Yeah.
He's been the best player on every team he ever been on all his life. Who ever stepped to him? Nobody. Coaches was probably scared of him since high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to piss him off because you want him to be on your team. So he's been getting his way all his life. That don't make you tough. You know what I'm saying? Especially when your teammates, all your life, all your teammates been praising you. Oh, you the man, you the man. He been getting his praise all his life, so it's kind of spoiled him. You know what I'm saying? So now...
That's why I think everybody hate him.
I think everybody hates him because of how good he is. Because whenever you're as good as LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, people hate you. Every generation that had that great player, he was hated. You can't name one player who was great in his generation that wasn't hated. And that's what happens when you're great. People hate you. Be broke, girls won't date you. Shouts out to Biggie.
True.
Shouts out to Biggie. No, it's just a line
Okay.
from a Biggie song. It's definitely not true, but shouts out to Biggie.
Notorious.
What was my point? But yeah, I think he's just been spoiled all his life, and that's what made him who he is. I think that if he would have been born in the '60s and came up in that era, I think we would have saw a completely different beast.
Yeah.
But since he came up when he did, because a lot of players are like that. A lot of all series, all playoffs, all I've been seeing after every time somebody misses a shot, ref. Everybody's complaining.
Everybody.
They'll rather argue with the ref instead of get back on defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a soft game now. It's a soft game now, and it's because these guys are spoiled. Not to mention they're a lot better nowadays. On top of that, the money that they're being paid is out of this world compared to what the guys back in the day used to play, get paid. So, we're going to have a difference. But with all that, it's still pretty entertaining. I love the game. It was a great series. Shouts out to the Cavs, man. I saw a meme that had a picture of LeBron on one side with ice all over him from last night, taking his ice bath, and a picture on the other side with the rest of the team crowded around the trophy. And it said, he looks like this so they can look like this. Like, he really carried them motherfuckers. Every now and then they gave him some help. But for the most part, you
probably
had
2 out of 7.
this man had to score multiple 40-point games.
Yeah.
That's the only way they won that series.
I think he almost scored 40 this game too.
Yeah,
didn't he?
almost. He
And
was like
the game
36.
before he scored 40.
It's like you shouldn't have to do all
I think
that.
the game before that he scored almost 42.
You should not have to do all that. Cavs players, y'all need to help this man. J.R. Smith.
If they don't, there's no way they're gonna win.
Oh,
the
definitely
finals.
not. Definitely not. They don't have a chance if these
They
guys
better
don't
hope
wake up.
they playing Houston. That's the only way they're gonna win.
I don't
Right.
think anybody else has a personal goal in mind like LeBron.
No.
LeBron has a goal that he's hitting.
Right.
He wants to hit, and his teammates is not.
They not.
They don't see that vision.
They're not on that
don't see
level.
it. So
They're not
you're
thinking like that. They just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
Definitely the young cats they brought in. That's why I said that was my only fear for the Cavs. I wanted them to go, but I knew they weren't strong enough with the players they brought
Right.
from that trade
Right.
to be able to do that,
Right.
to win it all.
It's like they don't do they.
Because LeBron is just that one man. Kyle Horford, he might help him out.
Yeah, not last night though. He was off last night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
Missing
might.
everything.
But if he ain't on, he's done for the game.
And
You know
it's
what
so
I'm saying?
sad. Yeah, because that's all he
JR
can do.
ain't
Is
gonna
Sit on
do
the
it.
bench
Yeah.
or
And I always say
something.
this, people laugh when I say this, but it's the
Okay.
truth.
Okay.
To me, JR don't be hot unless he hot. I don't know why, but it's the truth.
Well, you crazy.
I'm not lying though. Like, you see him on the sideline, and he looking like this. That's when he be busting threes out of nowhere.
You might be right, man. They call him Henny Jr. Man, he got to be intoxicated, or inebriated, or something. That boy there.
And I don't see none of the other young guys that they brought over that's gonna step up and help
Definitely
LeBron.
not in the finals. That's a
Because
different
none
story.
of them look like they have that eye.
And like she said, they don't have that goal.
No, they don't.
They just want their goal is to watch LeBron chase his goal.
Watch his and be happy they're a part of that team.
And you would think
and get that maybe get that ring.
You would think that they would be smart enough to think about the future. Like, okay, there's this running rumor going around the league that LeBron is about to leave.
And the only person that's worried about that rumor right now is the owner.
And he don't want to care because
And he just came
but
out
it would
today
seem like
saying that.
if you're this man's teammate, right, and he done carried y'all all this time, right, it seems like you would say, okay, I don't want him to leave because that's the only way I'm gonna be successful if he here. So let me get out here and make some noise. Let me hit some shots so we can at least give him a reason to stay. It's like they don't even see that.
No.
They don't even care about that.
No.
They just here for the moment.
No.
It's sad. It's sad. J.R. Smith, don't be surprised if you call LeBron this summer
Tristan.
and you hear the number you have dialed has been changed, is no longer in service. That's what they're going to hear.
Over again.
2 points. I think he had 6 points in the whole series. He had more fouls than he had points. We're going to leave that there, though. But anyways, tonight we got the Rockets and the Warriors for to get their game 7.
I want
Who we
Rockets.
liking? Who we liking? Rockets?
I like the Rockets because I
Bri?
don't want to see the light skins.
You don't know? It don't matter which way?
No.
What you say, man?
I don't want to see the light skins. I want to
You
see
light
Chris
skin.
Paul.
What you mean?
I want to see Chris Paul.
How you
But
gonna-
I'm scared because he ain't playing.
Wait a minute
Yeah.
minute
Let's
now.
detect that one.
Did you say I don't want to see the
I
light
don't.
skins?
I want to see my favorite point guard, Chris Paul,
Why you had to say it like that?
because I had to make sure people understand. Because he light skinned too.
Who?
Chris Paul. Well, he's more brown skinned than light.
You light skin.
But
You got a thing against light skinned people? Because
Nah.
I'm light skinned.
No, I ain't got nothing against them. They cool people when they want to be. But I want to see Chris Paul.
You want to see
man.
Chris Paul and James Harden? Chris
No, I
Paul.
don't really care about it. I want to see.
Oh, you want to see Chris Paul hold that Larry O'Brien trophy up?
Yes.
I feel you.
I
I
really
want-
want to see that.
I would like to see that too. But unfortunately,
He can end his career like that, man. That'd be awesome.
but as an athlete, you know what this means. He strained his hamstring.
Hamstring, I know.
You know what that means.
I know.
What does that mean?
That means Golden State might win. Because he might not be playing.
They said he is a game time decision, which usually means
He
that
ain't. Man,
if
the
he does,
hamstring, trust
if he
me,
does
the
play, he gonna be
hamstring,
about 50%. He not gonna.
He not doing too much.
He not gonna be able to run.
He's not gonna be playing that many.
But hopefully his teammates going and coming back him up.
They got him. They at home.
They're at
They're
home.
in Houston, so that's an advantage.
That's the best
Right.
advantage.
It seems
You got
like
your
teams
home cooking.
always play better.
Oh
when
yeah,
they're
that's
home,
real.
so.
That's real. That's real. You feel
There you
good
go.
when you woke up and you saw your wife and your kids this morning. You feel good that day.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I know he won't be able to play 100.
Yeah.
If he play at all,
Uh-huh.
because a hamstring, strained hamstring, pull, whatever he got,
Strain.
the hamstring, that shit ain't no joke.
James Harden is going to have a memorable
He-
MVP performance,
He have to ball out.
and he's going to have to get
He
a
got
lot
to
of
have
help.
seasoned James Harden right now.
I'm guessing James is going to need at least 40 points tonight with a solid outing from his teammates. Trevor Ariza, Clint Capella, those boys, they got to step up. Like, I need somebody else to get about 20.
Only way they can win.
And they can do it. It's possible.
It's
At home,
possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. They should have won the other night, but hey,
it's till they
that's
put
a
off the
whole-
gas.
yeah, took it off their neck.
It would be nice to see Cavs Rockets finals. That would be nice.
Yeah, I'd rather see that because it would be hard to see Golden State and Cleveland again.
It would be boring too, man.
For the fourth time.
Because it's
For the
just so
fourth time.
unevenly matched.
For the fourth time.
For the fourth time. 4 times straight.
And
That's got to be is that a record?
yeah,
4 times straight?
There'll be the same part of the record. I seen another post with I don't know, that might be an individual performance. But it was it was a team that made it 4 times straight
To the finals. Who was it?
Yeah.
Wasn't the Lakers? Boston?
Yeah, the Lakers with the Magic.
Okay.
Boston with the what's the white boy name?
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Larry Legend.
Another Boston.
Top 5 player.
The black dude. I don't remember his name. And then
From
LeBron,
Boston?
Miami, and Cleveland.
Oh, LeBron sure did. I forgot about that. Miami did go 4 times straight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is
And
crazy.
then they'll be a part of it too.
We are witnessing history right now.
And if they go again,
Greatness.
They'll be 4 times straight too.
We lived through a great era. I mean, if you're into sports, we saw Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron. We saw that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whoever's next, because that boy Jason Tatum, he 21. He look like he been here. He look like he been playing in the league. This ain't his first year. Somebody lying. That boy's not a rookie. 3rd round pick last year. You know who got a 3rd round pick this year? Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe we can get a Jason Tatum out of there. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Players like that come once every 5 years.
We need I don't know. Hawks need somebody like the Falcons GM, but I don't even really like our GM for the Falcons. But we need somebody in that office.
Other than them 5-year-old kids they got in there making decisions. Fire everybody, daddy.
Hawks be want to trade motherfuckers, pick up motherfuckers that ain't did nothing, and then draft just anybody.
Right. It's like they're not trying.
Oh, they look like they had a good year. Let's go get him.
We can get him cheap.
He ain't even playing. Oh,
they be trying to get people
him
on
anyway.
discounts, man. You trying to get people on discount when they, like Walt say,
They get motherfuckers
either when they
out
on
LA
their way
Fitness.
in
Or they
the
on their
league
way
or
out.
on their way out. We can't never get nobody in their prime.
Yeah, they be getting people out of motherfucking LA Fitness basketball court gym.
Which say the GM hang out at LA Fitness, picking people up. That's sad. That is sad, man. Yo, you been hearing about this this new beef we got simmering in the hip hop world?
Yeah, I hear a little bit. I'm trying to
You
figure
heard
it
some
out.
whispers, huh?
But yeah, apparently, I guess Pusha T.
I don't know who that is.
Pusha T.
Oh, Pusha T. No,
I guess he's shooting, making fires at somebody.
Basically, yeah. For the people out there who may not know, because it just happened over the weekend,
Why
I
they
think.
always picking on the light skin?
Pusha T. You was just picking on the light skin.
I wasn't picking on them. I just said I didn't want to see them.
For those of y'all who don't know, Pusha T and the boy Drake. Well, Pusha T kicked it off. He sent shots at the boy Drake on his the latest album, Daytona.
What did he say?
Which is fucked up. I thought
What did he say?
before we even jump into that, I thought that album cover was fucked. Did y'all see that?
Nah.
They paid
Let me
all
know
this
that.
money.
Let me know.
Go ahead. They paid all this money to get Whitney Houston's bathroom, a picture of her bathroom before she died, as the album cover. And I thought that was fucked up because it's filthy.
Wow.
And it's the family is completely embarrassed. They feel like, it's fucked up that you even used that picture to promote your album.
Yeah.
But that's nobody's business. The way she lived, I mean, damn, she dead. Let's let her rest in peace. Well, you gonna go get the picture.
That's like sick.
One of her most embarrassing moments, because we know she was going through what she was going through some things. So now you done plastered it on your album for the world to see. That's definitely it.
Oh wow.
That's his album cover. It's retarded.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Google it, people.
Why?
It's messed up. Well, I ain't. It's just messed up. I thought it was messed up. But anyways, and you know what? Honestly, it's ironic that this is all happening.
Creativity is not there no more. Huh?
It ain't. And the album got 7 songs on it. I haven't heard it yet.
That's
but-
not an album.
right. But
That's a
anyway,
mixtape.
an EP. That's a
Gots
demo.
to
That's
be
a demo,
more
ain't it? But anyways,
Got to be vocal.
there's a song on the album where Pusha T is sending shots at Drake. He's talking about how Drake got that ghostwriter. And apparently Pusha T been sending shots at him for years. But finally Drake has responded. And he
Hold on.
And
Nobody cares. He got a Ghost Rider no more, bro.
apparently Pusha T, yeah, that is old news. But
Very old news.
apparently Pusha T is bothered by it still. But like I said, but
No. Did you hear about Meek Mill? Pusha T?
he obviously didn't get to see that.
Okay.
He didn't see that happen.
Apparently he didn't see Meek Mill go to
Because it's like
career.
it's like you personally took it upon yourself to send a shot at the man. You've been sending shots at him, so apparently you've been wanting this.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't know. Because I think, like, just back to my other point, when you're great and you're the best in the game, people hate you just because you're in that position. Drake, here we are.
He mad.
Yeah, he might be a little mad. He might be a little salty.
Young Money.
He had the opportunity.
I mean, I can't remember a time I was young.
Okay.
Last time I heard Pusha T. So
Right,
where
right.
you been?
He just
Out of the
been
blue?
yeah.
Last
just
thing I
come
heard was
and
that,
go at
So
Drake.
sitting on your couch,
young
thinking
man
about
pushed
some
that
shit.
dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was on
Last
that.
thing I heard that
Let's
he
forget
was
about
on.
that. It's like
And that
that's,
wasn't even his song.
this is the new thing
What
now
song?
to diss. That's a future song.
Young
Move
Man.
that dope. Move that dope. Move that
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
Move that dope.
That was the last thing I heard him on.
He was on there. But it's like the new thing now in the
His
rap
verse
game
wasn't
is to
even
diss
better
the
for real.
biggest. Hey, for real, the truth now.
Yeah.
He is.
But the new thing now is to diss the biggest rapper to try to get you a little wave, I guess. Because he I think his thing was I want to diss Drake to get people to know about my album, and it worked.
Yeah.
Because
and it had to be it because of the fact that you diss Drake and it's kind of fucked up. You did
And
that about a ghostwriter, man.
Right.
yeah.
It's already been done.
It's already been done, and the
killed
guy
that
who
person.
did that is dead. Well, I ain't gonna say dead. He's been resuscitated, but for a minute,
Only reason he got resuscitated because he went to prison.
right? That saved his career. But anyway, that's another topic.
Yeah. Whole other story.
Another store.
Story.
Oh, gotcha.
Can't stand your ass.
What was I saying? But yeah. So Drake responded immediately, which is crazy because people don't seem to realize that Ghost Rider or not, this motherfucker is gonna bite your head off. And he did. He bit his head off, dropped the song. I forgot what it was called. But basically, he was going at Pusha and Kanye. He's like, yo, nigga, not only you, but fuck you and your boss. Like, matter of fact, your boss got a ghostwriter too. Me. I wrote for your boss. How you like them apples? And I'm about to send you an invoice. So he sent him for the invoice for $100,000, and we ain't heard from Pusha T yet. Where you at, Pusha?
You ain't.
Right.
They don't never.
Is he
come,
dead?
They don't never come back. And they go at.
It's like, you started
You
this.
see how long it took Mick to go at him?
Right.
And he came out with some boo boo.
Y'all better leave this man alone. Drake, he even said on the song, he said, don't mess with me when I'm in album mode.
No.
And apparently, that was a mistake because
Don't never push him off from album mode. Because, he stopped in album mode.
and just
Kill
buried
your
you real
ass
quick
and go
and
back
then back to
to
regular
it.
schedule programming. Real quick, all in
Like,
the same weekend.
and then he ain't skip a beat.
In a matter of 2 days. Did all that.
And then next thing you know, he dissing you on the album.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Pusha, you might have overstepped your boundaries with this one, man. Bree, what you think? Did you hear any of the songs over the weekend? This all news to you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw it.
It's just-
Well, I heard about the album last week.
Uh-huh.
Came out. And then when I was hearing about it, it was talking about he was taking shots at Drake.
Right.
Then I seen some stuff that like they were supposed to be going back and forth.
Right.
Then I seen your post. I was like, what the hell just happened?
It's so corny because it's like this: you going at somebody who don't even talk to you, ain't said nothing to you. You
That's
just
the thing that kills me the most.
Yeah, it
Wow.
sounds like,
Drake
like
don't
you
be
being a
doing
bully.
shit, man.
you
Drake
ain't
don't.
did shit to
He
nobody.
minding his own busy, giving away money,
Right, helping kids go to college, bought somebody a car.
car. He minding his own
Donated
damn
to a
business,
woman's shelter.
being Drake.
I don't understand. Well, I do understand because they got that hate in their heart, but it's just sad, man. You want to go at the man? They hated Jesus. He was running around performing miracles,
Yeah.
and they hated him. So,
Hated him.
hey, when you are great at what you do, they hate you. Be broke, girls won't date you. That's not true. Shout out to Biggie. But anyways, moving on. You got anything else for that? Pusha and Drake. How long is Pusha gonna respond? What y'all think? Or is he done?
When the song came out,
Which one?
Drake's.
Drake's came out Saturday, I think.
Saturday?
I heard it Saturday night.
So he had
I don't
Sunday.
I don't even know what's
He got by the end of the day.
Yeah, by the end of the day. And if it don't come out with nothing by the end of the day.
No.
I saw a meme where they put
I'm
Drake's...
giving him the same time I gave Mick.
Mick?
Meek.
Oh, from, what is that? Rocky? His trainer? Mickey?
Mills.
Oh, Meek.
Mills. Sting.
Anyways, I saw a meme.
Sting. You know that.
Well, you sitting. Anyways, they got this meme out, right, where they got a picture of Drake's head on Thanos. Or Thanos, am I saying
That's the
right?
one I
Thanos.
seen.
And he
Wow.
made Pusha T disappear.
Snap, man.
Like, Pusha, man, if you don't say nothing, my man JT said, if you don't say nothing today, you done, bro.
No kid who likes him right now. I mean, I like him. He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He can
really
rap.
ain't, he really ain't. You know, he really ain't been too hot since the Clips days.
Right,
But
and I think that's what it is. It's just a little desperation trying to get back hot.
I even think his brother was a little better to him.
Yeah.
When they
his
were
brother
out.
ain't doing nothing.
Oh, yeah, I heard he went gospel rapper or something like that.
He probably did.
I don't remember.
Last time I know, he was making beats.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
But we'll see. We'll see what Mr. Pusher T do.
Okay. JT, you got a hot take this week?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got a little hot take.
All right, well, let's
It
hear
ain't
it.
too bad,
Listening.
I had a conversation this past weekend.
Okay.
This past week. Find out with a client. It was with a client.
Okay.
We was talking about school shootings.
Oh, well, there's been so many of those lately. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's planned. But
It's
anyways.
been 23 this year, and then we only in the 5th month.
Right.
Wrapping up the 5th month of
Right.
the year.
Right.
It's been 23. It's almost an average of one shooting per week.
That's sad.
It's
From
very sad.
elementary to university and colleges.
Mm.
That's a big thing now, like I guess. And it gets slept on. I feel like it could be more
Mhm.
out there, but it's only certain ones that get televised
Right.
or notification of them.
Right.
But let's go back to what we was talking about earlier with kids being our future, man. These kids that are in school that have or getting shot at by random students or people that just walking in these schools is like kind of effed up because these are our future, and this is becoming bigger and bigger
Mhm.
thing since I guess the early 2000s maybe.
Yeah, that was the first time I remember it happening. I'm
Yeah.
sure it happened before then, but that was the first big story I
But it's
remember.
like big. Now it's like, and it's 23 as of now. Like I said, I average one per week. That's kind of scary. Like
Definitely.
definitely for people that have kids.
Definitely. I can only
And
imagine.
these like I said, these are our future. So it's like, what can we do to protect our kids while they're in school? I don't condone like teachers having guns because I feel like that even make it even worse.
Right. That'll be a whole other problem.
You know what I'm saying? Because a person would know a teacher got a gun. Like it's kind of.
It's not. I'm sorry. I just
That's
a
ridiculous.
meme had popped in my head when you said that. So carry on. I'm sorry.
But it's just stupid. I mean, like, you saying that teachers should have guns, but that's not gonna make the situation no better.
At all. Because they ain't gonna.
We have to protect our kids and figure out the solution
Mhm.
of why these other kids or people are walking in schools and shooting.
Why is this such a?
And why is it? What happened? I ain't gonna lie. What happened to these fake bomb threats? Like, it been in school. You know what I'm saying?
That would be
Like,
better,
They
huh?
got tired.
Yeah,
These
I mean,
people
because we
survived
know it
that.
wasn't.
At least people survived that.
Yeah,
You know, the angry person got their point across. Everybody lived.
live. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? Like, I feel like it's
It's
too big. It's a bigger problem. I feel like it's not really getting solved
It's not.
in the right way.
It's not at all. I don't even know. Is anybody trying to solve? I don't even know if anybody's.
I don't feel like they are.
It's sad because it's like, this like you said, it hasn't been going on forever. You know, back in the days, I always talk to the older people in my family, my aunts and my uncles. They always tell me about how, when they went to school, like my aunt, she went to school because she was really smart. So she went to a school where it was on the other side of town, and she was the only black person in her class.
Mm-hmm.
This was like back in the 50s. And she had to go through all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Being the only black person at a school.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can imagine, we ain't got to go into it, you can imagine what she had gone through back then in the 60s, in those days, in the South. So, and she's like, not once ever did it pop in her mind to take a gun to school and shoot people.
Right.
So what the fuck are these, you know what I'm saying? So it's like these kids today, as soon as they get mad, the dude in Florida found out that his girlfriend had a new boy, or not his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend had a new boyfriend. Shot up to school. What's going on, man? Like, that's the go-to move now whenever you get mad, go find a gun and shoot everybody? So, obviously, something needs to be done, like you said. We got to, because, like, today, I don't know if it's the media or the music or what it is, but it's almost like these students feel like that's the only way of solving their problems. Either kill themselves or kill everybody else.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, the biggest thing is like, is this shit gonna get solved anytime soon?
What?
This is the 5th month of the year, and we had 23.
Yeah.
So school just now ended in certain states. So when school start back, is it gonna continue?
Right.
Like, y'all
the
need
thing.
to plan a way to solve that issue.
Make you not even want to see your kids in school.
Right.
That
Ain't
homeschool rate
homeschool.
gonna go up.
You know what I was just about to say the
I
same
bet
thing.
it's going up.
Homeschool,
That's about to go
they
up.
might make some money.
Who?
Homeschool, the program.
Okay.
What is it, K-12?
I'm just messing with you.
That's what it's called, K-12.
I don't even
right?
know what it's called. I don't know anything about it. When I was a kid, I wanted to be homeschooled, but I'm glad I wasn't. I'm glad I got the experiences. But nowadays, you almost have to. You want your kid to grow up safely.
Yeah, it's like,
These kids shooting each other. And then, I don't want to put it on the games, but a lot of these games, like, I think a lot of it starts at home with these parents buying these games for their kids and then normalizing guns to exactly. That's one of them. You normalize, you got your 5-year-old, it's a person in my family who did the same thing. You got your kid playing this game where shooting is a regular thing on the game. Like, that's all you do is shoot people. So a 5-year-old playing that 4-5 hours a day, shooting people becomes regular. And then you grow up and you become 10, 11, 12, 13, now you're in middle school, and some dude got your girlfriend and you mad, I'm going to shoot him. So it's crazy, man.
That's the thing I hate the most to see is people having young kids playing like Call of Duty or
I think that's where it starts. That's a part of it.
Grand Theft Auto. Like, certain games are not meant for kids
At all. That may not fix it.
indicates that, of
yeah,
course.
that's why you
And
have
people
parent advisory.
People will still be surprised or try to use it. Oh, I didn't know. It's on the box. The game is called Grand Theft Auto. That is an illegal action in this country. And you buying that for your kid.
Yeah.
So
I think that's for them.
That's a big part of it.
And they have them playing it like it's a regular learning game or something.
But that goes back to even just with times changing. Like, parents don't spend quality time.
That's true.
Families don't spend quality
Together.
time together
That's
at
true.
all.
That's
Everybody
true.
is on the
On their
phone
own.
in different rooms. And,
Yep.
I mean, shoot.
The kids today are being raised by their phones.
Yeah.
And they got unlimited data, so ain't no telling what they're looking at. And that's what's raising them. And it's like it's messing up their mindset because they're being able to access stuff before they should be able to access it because they don't understand it. You're looking at certain videos online because now even social media has become a wild place for, and you got 10-year-olds with cell phones and they're on social media, and you got celebrities who getting half naked. You know what I'm saying, on their pages. And okay, that's your right to do what you feel with your body, but at the end of the day, it's having an effect on these kids because these kids are looking at that and they feel like that's regular, and it's not.
Yeah.
But they don't understand it yet. So I think a lot of it has to do with us and what the example that we set for the youth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they see us do things and they see us carry ourselves away. Back to what we was talking about, I don't know, several episodes ago when we was talking about how people will be doing drugs in front of the kids, smoking around the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that stuff is messing them up. Not only are they watching us do it, so they more likely to pick up the habit, but it's having an effect on them physically because there's smoke getting in them. You know what I'm saying? And their body not mature enough to handle that level of intoxication. It's a reason why certain products are only for people certain age and up. Because any younger, their body can't handle it.
Yeah.
But you got people who will smoke a whole blunt to the face right in front of their son, their baby.
We witnessed that.
Oh, yeah.
You messing your kid up, people. You're not giving them a fair chance at life.
Yeah,
And then you wonder why he a problem child in
in
school.
So not.
And then you take him to the doctor and you get him pumped with Ritalin because the doctor say he what they said about me, hyper. Man, I wasn't hyper. I was bored. There's a difference. But anyways, we messing these kids
Trying
up.
to entertain yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We messing these kids up, and a lot of it's on us. A lot of it ain't on us, but a lot of it is. You know, a lot of these kids finding these guns in their parents' room, under their dad's pillow. Like, why is your gun under your pillow, man? How many times your house been broken into? Never. But you got a gun where your kid can reach it. Put it on, lock it somewhere. People's houses, I mean, come on, man. It's not that hard. I understand you got criminals out here, but at the end of the day, man, what's more important? Keeping a gun under your pillow, or having a gun somewhere where your kid can't get to it? Because they get into these guns.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
That's just my little 2 cents.
Yeah, it's just sad, man. Just to be able to hear those statistics.
It's safer.
And
It's
it's
safer in the military right now than it is to be in school because of so
Exactly.
many school shootings.
Yeah. You have a better chance of living in the military
I
than in
read,
school.
there was a, what is it called? Like a segment on Fox 5 a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And it was a teacher who was on a subject about that, school shootings, things of that sort. The school system will not give them enough tools, I'm guessing, to safely, provide safety for these children.
Right.
So she went out of her pocket and created this, like, tool or kind of like a rope that you actually tie the door up with in case of a school shooting. And it's now being bought and produced all over for these schools. Like,
So
I don't
it keeps the
think
door closed.
teachers, right.
Nice.
I don't think these administrators or teachers or even the school systems are thinking beyond that. They think, okay, well, let's just wait until the next time it happens and we'll take that step. I don't think they're not preparing themselves for a school shooting because it's gonna happen.
They apparently they're not. Like, you prepare for everything else: tornadoes, hurricanes,
Right. You have tornado drills and all that. You right?
fire drills.
You right, bro.
You don't
It's
prepare for
true.
nothing like this. Like, I mean, apparently, times have changed, so you need to prepare for some stuff or have, extra evacuated scenarios or something. I mean, you preparing for everything else in schools. Why you not preparing for this?
Maybe because it's planned. I don't know. But it's just happening too much to be a coincidence.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's happening too much to be a coincidence.
So let me ask this. Do you all think no matter the school or the institution, metal detectors should be improvised in schools?
I mean, my school had one, and I felt a lot safer walking through the halls.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, to be honest.
In today's time, it might be
It
necessary.
might be safe. I mean,
Yeah.
you go to the airport, you gotta go through one.
Right.
Shit. Go to any government building, you gotta go through one.
Yeah. School should be
Technically,
schools.
it's a government building at the end of the day.
That's the future, man. We gotta protect it. What do you think?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just don't see the purpose of people having, like teachers or faculty having guns.
Right, because
'Cause I feel like that don't make it
Yeah.
no better.
and then somebody, for one thing, a student could get hold of that gun. For one thing, like they get hold of their parents' guns, and not only that, you got to think like that situation, a school shooting. That's not a regular everyday situation, right?
It shouldn't be there every day.
But I'm just saying, just think about how scary that situation is. How would you feel in that moment? A teacher is not going to be the first one to run out in the hallway and try to take down a shooter.
No, it's not.
She going to be trying to protect her own life, or he going to be trying to protect their own life, just like them students. If you going to want to give somebody a gun, put an armed guard in there and make that his job. You know what I'm saying? Because no offense to any teacher, but teachers are teachers. They're not soldiers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be trained to kill, and they're not going to have that mindset to go and take down this guy who's shooting people. They just not. And now you putting that teacher in harm's way to lose her life, his or her life, because that person isn't. It takes a special kind of person to be able to answer that call, to handle a situation like that. Everyday people can't deal with that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that ain't no shot to nobody. But I just know, because I seen it when I was in the military, even people who were trained to deal with situations like that couldn't handle it. So what make you think a regular teacher going to be able to handle it? You want to give her a gun? She might,
Or he?
you know, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if it get to that level where somebody needs to be in there with a gun, it needs to be somebody who's built for that.
Built
Right.
for knowledge on it.
Multiple people.
Right. Because you can't just put a gun in everybody's hand. We just can't do that. But that was very interesting, man. Glad you brought that up, man. Did you have anything else?
Nah.
See you drawing your little circles over
Yeah.
there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on into the idiot of the week,
It
shall
better
we?
not be nobody breaking in and shit again.
Say that again?
Better not be nobody breaking in and shit again.
Oh, man, you said it all fast. I didn't even understand what you said. Nah, it ain't nobody breaking in nothing, man. Not this time, man.
So this, that,
It was
That
like,
has
what,
been-
2
that's-
weeks?
That has been
That's-
going on a lot, though.
that's some.
A lot of
Yeah, I'm about to
break-ins.
say this
That
is
was
amazing.
crazy.
But this week, we
Making
have...
herself comfortable.
You actually may have heard this story because it's very, very popular on social media. It's a doctor out of Atlanta area, locally. Dr. Wendell, I don't even know how to say the last name, Butte, Boutte. I don't know how to
I remember
pronounce
that.
it, but people, for those of y'all who don't know who this doctor is, she is a plastic surgeon, and she is known for doing, you know, all of the body part surgeries on, you know, people's butts and breasts and stomachs and whatever have you. So she decided to, I guess, promote herself in a way that no other doctor is promoting themselves. And what she decided to do was to shoot music videos while she was performing surgery.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, is right. That's the same thing I said. She can be found. I don't know if I think the report I read said that her Instagram had been deleted. Is that it? So the videos are still online. Yeah. She has been on the news reported for dancing and singing and you know it's crazy because people are wide open on the operating table at this time. You're unconscious, your body part is wide open, and she's dancing around, jumping around, performing a song to promote her business, doing surgery. So this lady, look at this, got the what are they called?
That's not even sanitary.
It's not
She
sanitary
touching
at
her
all.
face.
Right, you know, you're in there
Like,
dancing around, and then you know stuff. You know, when you talk, stuff comes out your mouth. You know, you're sweating. You're touching your face, like she said. Like, and you got the assistants in there dancing. They backup singers while you're doing surgery. Somebody laying on the operating table unconscious, and y'all shooting a music video. This is crazy.
My question is this in that contract that customer is
No,
signing?
Definitely
obviously.
not. Definitely not. These
I don't
customers.
think I would be too.
Definitely
you
not.
know,
These customers were completely unaware to what was going to be going on while they were getting their procedure done. And the reason why it hit the fan is because one customer found or realized that she had some brain damage after the surgery. So there are now 5 malpractice lawsuits filed against this doctor for this type of behavior because she's done it with so many people. And it's a different song every time, but you got some people reported having infections in the part of their body that they had surgery on, and then one lady got the
I knew it.
reported
When I
brain
seen that
damage case.
video, I
are you
knew it was something.
serious?
I was like, this can't be right.
Right, and you know the crazy thing, since the malpractice lawsuits aren't being, you know, court systems take time. She hasn't lost her license yet, so she's still running her business and doing surgery today, right now, because none of the cases have gone through yet. Once they do, she'll lose her license, of course. But right now, she's still in there shooting videos. Well, the report says she took the videos down from her YouTube page, but we just found one. So
Yeah,
they're
that
still
was-
out there.
Right.
posted that
Just
on
because you
Facebook.
don't post it don't mean she's
Right.
not
I had
doing
shared
it.
that.
Right,
on
so who
Facebook.
knows what's going on? She probably still doing it. And like I'm just like, you're an idiot because for one thing, who you think gonna watch this video of you dancing around unconscious person and say, I want her to do my surgery?
Right.
Who thinks like that? You carrying on like this with somebody unconscious laying on your operating table and you in here having a party, trying to promote your practice.
I'm surprised she ain't eating no hot Cheetos or nothing.
I mean, hey, that's just one video. If we look at other videos, ain't no telling what we'll see.
I'm like, wow.
5 malpractice lawsuits, so she finna get hers. She is definitely going to get hers, and it's gonna be a lot she's gonna have to deal with. So much for them student loans. She probably ain't even paid them back all the way yet, and now you finna owe all these other people money, and you're gonna lose your
She
license,
better hold on YouTube.
and you might end up in jail.
Right.
That's possible.
She
That's
might be.
crazy.
That is crazy.
I had seen that on Facebook
Mhm.
probably like 2 weeks ago, a week ago.
Mhm.
Channel 2 posted it.
Okay.
No, I know that. Go
I know this ain't what I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because
And I was
not
like, you
only
a doctor.
not only is she dancing and acting a fool,
Mhm.
but then you are like exploiting this person
Right.
because their body parts are actually out.
Right.
Whatever you're working on, obviously you showing what
Showing
you're
it.
doing.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
And
So
that
yo,
was like,
Crazy.
the first thing came in my mind, I'm like, this can't be sanitary.
exactly.
Like,
And
don't
she
y'all
touched
supposed
her
to be
face.
like, have gloves on,
Right.
mask on, doing
Right.
surgery.
right. Somebody in there holding a camera, recording them perform.
The phones are the nastiest thing
The nastiest. They
in
everywhere.
the world. Just
Everywhere.
nasty.
And how many people clean their phone? Not many. So you got everybody's hands, everything you done touched that day. You know what I'm saying? You done dropped it on the floor a few times. You done sat it on the floor. You done put it on the couch, whatever. You know, all of the
Baby
particles
done
in the air.
drooled on it.
Right.
It's just sad. And you just
Dropped it in
laying
some
there.
food.
Yeah, like lint from your pocket on it. I mean,
Everything.
come on.
For us, you know, shit, you sit on your goddamn barber station. Next thing you know, it's
Oh
full
my
of hair.
goodness! Oh my goodness! I know my phone
Ew.
filthy. Know my phone filthy. People, you know, you sometimes you might be on the phone coughing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Snipe, sneeze, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's filthy. And you got it out in the operating room while somebody body wide open,
Right.
and you shooting a video.
Handling tools that's supposed to be
Hey,
sterilized.
Talking about come get your
I
surgery here by the
ain't
hip
gonna
hop
lie,
doctor.
I hate to say because she's black.
Uh-huh.
But I hope she lose her license.
She
I
definitely
do
will.
too.
She definitely will. But I hear you. I hope she does too.
Like,
She need to lose a lot more than that because that ain't right. And you know, now you got people with infections that they got to deal with, and one lady got brain damage. That don't, you know, you can't fix that.
no.
So what the hell was
She
you
gotta go
doing that
to
she got
another-
brain damage?
Right.
She gotta go to a whole nother surgery.
Right now you gotta go. Idiot.
Now they gotta spend more money
Well,
for some fucked up shit you did.
that's terrible. We got to do better, people. We got to do
Much
better.
better.
You cannot
Guys.
have a job or a career that important where you are responsible for a person's life and you dancing around shooting a music video during the surgery. You can't do that.
That just goes back to showing, like, be a good role model. Be a
Right.
positive, you know, image in the youth's life.
Right.
She's here in Atlanta. Atlanta is the next Hollywood.
Right.
I personally feel like. So I'm pretty sure she has had, especially in whatever community she's in, a lot of younger people look up to her.
Right.
This is not a good image to give.
At all.
Like, come on now.
She couldn't have thought that
Definitely
through.
as a female.
Just
Right.
I don't feel like how did you think that was a good idea? What part of you said, "Oh, this is going to work"? What part of you said this is okay in your field? You field of surgery.
Yeah.
You know what
Surgery.
I'm saying? You're not no barber. Now, but we can do that. We barbers. We can dance around the chair while somebody getting their hair cut it. We can do that.
Yeah.
But you're doing surgery.
It's like you went against all of what you learned in school.
What is it called? The Hippocratical oath?
Mhm.
Something like that? They take an oath. You
Yeah,
just
they
went up against all that.
She broke all that.
Or is that for the lawyers?
I
I don't know. But y'all know what I mean.
I know she took an oath.
She took an oath. We know that
She
much.
had to.
Went to a lot of schooling. Yeah.
Lots.
With some craziness that you about to lose.
I know her parents will be high.
Imagine all the money she's going to lose in the future from all the surgeries that she won't be able to do now. That's going to be a lot of money you're going to lose.
Money, period.
She's an
It was
idiot.
just a waste for you to even go to school.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep, you're going to be in debt for life. And you ain't going to be able to, you're going to have to get a regular job if you're not in
Gotta
prison.
go overseas.
It's just sad. I hope she don't try to go overseas. That's what a lot of doctors do when they lose their license. They try to go work overseas. Don't do that, lady. Don't do it.
Yeah.
it's gonna get worse.
Right.
Jeez.
Because for
She
you
gonna
to
be
even
in
have that
India.
mindset to think that that's okay, I couldn't imagine. I would not. You just
You
don't
know
know. Be
what,
careful out there,
man.
people. You don't know what you're getting your
I
hands
would have been
into.
highly
Right.
disappointed to find out she had I had surgery.
Yeah.
And this I ain't gonna call it that. This lady
Uh-huh.
was doing a video,
Up there twerking.
twerking and
Twerking.
saying, cut it. She better hope I don't wake up.
Right. You all knocked out, unconscious, just getting all kind of infections going through you.
That is
Terrible.
Airborne parasites and shit.
Y'all got anything else that y'all
Nah,
may have wanted to share? You got anything, any other stories, any other topics?
nah, I'm good.
Pretty much everything I got.
Go Houston.
Go Houston tonight. You know, we pulling for you, Chris Paul, man. Whatever you can do. You know what?
Make a difference.
Houston, NBA, stop listening. Houston, listen up. Shoot some steroids in his thigh. He'll be ready to go.
Damn right.
All right. This has been episode 11 of the MoreLife podcast. We were joined by Miss Bri today. Thank you again, Miss Bri,
Problem. Thanks for
for
having
joining
me.
us.
Cuz.
If you have, do you have any social media, anything you want to let the people know if they want to follow you or come find you, support you, find out what more about you?
No,
Nothing like that?
don't.
Okay, all right. Well, once again, this has been episode number 11. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Wynn, Mr. Kyle Wynn, what he called me at the bank, and this is my co-host, Mr.
JT Money.
with no,
money.
but he lying though because he just won the lottery yesterday and he ain't telling nobody.
Tell everybody, man.
And Miss Bree, thank you again.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Yes.
We'll be back again sooner or later, one of these days, with another episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, peace.
Same podcast station.
Oh, yeah.
Same podcast time.
What he said.
Peace.
More life, baby.